This is the most mysterious black box on an airplane. Few people know that it is red. Inside, it hides the darkest moment of the flight. When it's brought back, it signals that a disaster has already occurred. All the unanswered questions must be revealed through it. This particular black box was recovered from a plane flying from Dubai to Paris. 2 days ago, the plane tragically crashed in the Alps. All 300 passengers and 16 crew members on board were killed. The plane did not send any distress signals before the crash, and the cause of the accident remains a mystery. To investigate this tragedy, the Aviation Accident Investigation Bureau sprang into action. They first removed the pressure-resistant outer shell of the black box, then dismantled the high-temperature impact-resistant protective layer inside, exposing the immersion-proof layer. After removing that, they finally retrieved the storage chip from within. Locke, the lead sound analyst, was doing his utmost to analyze the audio recordings for clues. As everyone eagerly awaited the truth, Locke mysteriously disappeared. In his absence, his assistant Matthew was thrust into the role of investigating the black box. Matthew possessed extraordinary hearing abilities and a relentless pursuit of the truth. Using the recording, he was able to almost perfectly recreate the cockpit scene during the crash. At first, the captain followed the instructions, adjusting the plane's altitude to 380 feet. At this point, the flight attendant entered to serve meals, and everything in the cockpit seemed normal. Once the flight attendant left, the communications signal became noisy, likely due to static interference. The headset was filled with a sharp, uncomfortable static, and the captain, unable to tolerate it, removed the headset. A short while later, when the flight attendant returned to the cockpit, the plane suddenly began to descend. The control tower's calls went unanswered, and only the sounds of desperate cries could be heard from the cockpit, though everything appeared normal. Matthew, with his sharp hearing, caught an unusual signal. He increased the frequency of the final segment of the audio and applied noise reduction, asking everyone to stay quiet. Finally, he heard a faint sound. Matthew immediately reported his findings to the authorities. He speculated that someone had infiltrated the cockpit and that this person was a religious extremist. It was highly likely that this was a terrorist attack. At a press conference, Matthew explained his analysis in detail. Through the recording, he had captured the conversation between the flight attendant and someone requesting entry to the cockpit. When the cockpit door opened, he also heard the sound of hurried footsteps. These footsteps clearly weren't from the flight attendant. He deduced that someone had entered the cockpit, and just moments earlier, he had heard the sound of a bathroom door opening near the cockpit. This meant the intruder had hidden in the bathroom and waited for the right moment to enter the cockpit. Investigators found a passenger on the list, who was a known religious devotee, possibly connected to an extremist group. This all but confirmed Matthew's analysis. As they were about to draw conclusions about the incident, Matthew received an unexpected phone call.